Stephen Covey, the management guru, used to recommend that before we embark on anything, we should start with the end in mind. I think this is great advice. So let's start by thinking about face-to-face selling skills and the end we want to see. Face-to-face selling is, of course, a fundamental part of the account manager's role, in just the same way as the forehand stroke is for a championship tennis player or tackling for the football player. And in just the same way as the championship tennis player and the football player will review and practice their core skills on a regular basis, well, so should the account manager and the salesperson review and practice core skills of face-to-face selling. The problem is that most of us just don't. For many of us, training, and in particular developing further these core skills, is just not part of the regular role. And quite a lot of us think we know everything anyway, and some even think that revising and practicing selling skills is not somehow something they need to bother about. Well, this frankly is a mistake. There's no way that the elite sports person would ignore their core skills. Can you imagine the elite sports player arguing that he or she went on a 2-day training program 5 years ago and that should be just fine? It would just never happen. Yet there's something about the business role which puts skills development quite low on the agenda. So I think every one of us, and especially those of us in a sales role, need to review these core skills on a regular basis in just the same way as the tennis player practice the basic strokes on a regular basis. So this program on face-to-face selling skills is aimed at being a revision for many and an introduction for some. It's going to be useful for all managers in a customer-facing role, including those who are not necessarily part of a regular sales team. So at the end, you're going to have a thorough understanding of the core face-to-face selling skills, and you'll be confident to manage the sales meeting. Before we start, let's just talk briefly about the material.